overrated. There's nothing worse than being called that as a pro athlete, and that's what an anonymous NFL exec said about Josh Allen, one of the more overrated players. Immense talent, but he makes a lot of mistakes. He's undeveloped at winning at the line of scrimmage, tends to lock into targets, more of a thrower than precision passer, forces throws into traffic. Ugh, disgusting. Bring us on camera, man. You know what's crazy, Dave, is like...
That quote? I agree.
Here's why I hate that quote. Here's why I hate that quote. Because if ever you start something with a false premise, nothing else in this life matters. I was in Rome one time years ago. I was shopping, and I don't know if y'all have ever been to the Spanish Steps. You been to Rome? Spanish Steps.
Flexing on us right now.
There was a bunch of shops. Track with me all at home. It's a fascinating story. A bunch of shops in this corridor, and I was looking for this one suit place, right? And I looked at the sign where the store was supposed to be, and on the sign it said, hey, new location. It said, take a right, take a right, take a left, take a right, take a left, you'll be there, right? So I look at it and it says, new location, right, right, left, right, you'll be there. So I start on this journey. I take the right, I take the right, I take the left, I take the right. I'm lost. So I go back to the old store. I look at the freaking sign again, and it said, take a right, take a right, take a left, take a right, you'll be there. What do, James? I take a right, I take a right, I take a left, I take a right, boom, I'm lost. I go back one more time, and I said, you know what? I wasn't starting at the right spot. I wasn't starting at the you are here dot. So because I started at the wrong location, I was taking my right, my left, and my right, and I was ending at the wrong location because I started with the false premise. To me, Dave, that's what happened with this Josh Allen thing. He said he's overrated. So nothing else you say after that is relevant because he's not overrated. So I do agree with the right, the left, and the right. Like, I do agree that Josh Allen isn't as precise as he needs to be, and he is more of a thrower of the football. I do believe that he's not that accurate, or I do believe that he forces things too often. I do, in fact, believe, well, I'm confused by the concept around at the line of scrimmage. Is he doing everything accurately? But because they started wrong, Dave, I can't even really hear him because the premise was wrong. Like, he's not overrated in any way, shape, form, or fashion.
I'm completely with you. Like, if we just wanted to have a conversation about Josh Allen's strengths and weaknesses, I get most of that. I think Josh Allen tries to do too much. I think he can be reckless with the football. I guess in his defense, he's 6'5", 240. I mean, I would probably think I could do anything, too, if I were Josh Allen. Like, some of that is warranted, and we saw it last year. 18 interceptions. I think he had an interception 3.1% of his throws. That's not good enough for a guy of his caliber. Not to call him overrated, guys.
Wow.
It legitimately it makes me pretty mad. I mean, like, Josh Allen's got a lot of money. I'm sure he's not going to lose sleep about this, but I think Josh Allen is a top 3 quarterback in the NFL. I mean, if we put Mahomes in a different category, then Josh Allen's right at the top of the heap with everybody else. Him, Lamar. Throw in Joe Burrow if you want to. I think the world of Josh Allen. I pulled this up just out of curiosity.
Talk to me, Dave. What you pull up, big dog?
Last 3 seasons, with the warts and all, with the accuracy and the doing too much and not processing at the line, 128 total touchdowns.
Lord have mercy.
That's 17 more than the next best guy, who's Patrick Mahomes. So a touchdown more per game. Oh, and by the way, the Bills have won the division, I think, 5 straight years, 4 or 5 straight years. 128 total touchdowns. I go back to the end of last year. I think we, as the football-consuming society, were so asleep on what Josh Allen did in the home stretch last year. Turmoil. Bills are at 500. They have to fire their offensive coordinator. Joe Brady takes over. Josh Allen leads them to a 5-1 record down the stretch, scored 13 touchdowns in 6 games. He was playing as well as anybody in football over the last, month of the season. Yeah. Like I said, there are criticisms you can come up with for Josh Allen, and some of them are very, very legitimate. Calling him overrated is just asinine.
Yeah, this crazy, and I'm tired of this, man, because these NFL execs, state your name, man.
Please.
You know what I mean? Like, my grandma always told me, man, if you're gonna talk about somebody, whatever you're talking about, you should be able to say it to their face. Like, all y'all coming out not giving y'all names, saying this crazy stuff, this is crazy. Like, it's starting to let me know that we can't even trust these NFL execs. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. We seeing it with the New York Giants on the Hard Knocks. Like what are y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, the stuff that you guys are saying is crazy. To say Josh Allen needs to work on certain stuff, not turning the football over and all that, agreed. Because you know what? There's no perfect football player in the National Football League. So if you're calling Josh Allen overrated, then you need to call everybody in the National Football League overrated, because there's no perfect football player. I don't care if you win or not. Josh Allen, and you touched on it with Patrick Mahomes, let's show the world. Let's show the world, because we got a graphic of Patty Mahomes and Josh Allen right here. Look at this. And yes, you could talk about the turnovers as something he needs to work on. Josh Allen is an animal on the football field. And that is a 3-time Super Bowl winning quarterback that everybody thinks he is perfect. Josh Allen is a phenomenal quarterback at the talent spot, at the quarterback spot. When you say overrated, you should have watched the words you said. And I don't know who you are. I don't know what film you are watching. But I don't know how you turn on Josh Allen's tape and the first thing comes out of your mouth is overrated. That is crazy to me. I don't even know how we can respect the NFL exec, whoever said this, that's saying Josh Allen is overrated. Because you know what? Besides probably Patty and Joe Burrow, anybody will take Josh Allen head up for a trade. I don't care about the money or not. That's everybody down the line, from the Packers, from the Eagles, from the Cowboys, to whoever quarterback you think good, to the Niners, whoever quarterback you think good. Josh for Purdy head up, Josh for Jalen head up, Josh for Love head up. People will take Josh Allen. So to say he's overrated, state your name, man, so we could talk to you, because you tripping.
I got to go to break off that.
I mean,
I got to go to break. There's
no notes.
No notes. 10 for 10. No notes.
That is crazy.
Family, when we return, speaking of quarterback play, Lamar Jackson and the Ravens, they got high hopes, but we gonna see after adding Derrick Henry.
This is coming down the line. Brock Purdy and his probably $60 million price tag. Look, this is why the Niners have been such a dominant team. Do you realize, at least, I'm not talking about in terms of skill, but in terms of name power, accolades, Brandon Ayuk's probably the 4th option in their offense. He's an all-pro.
So this begs
Think about that. I mean, it's a good problem for the Niners to have until right now.
This is the better question. This is
That's still really good.
Hold on, because this begs the better question. Who needs who more? Dave just made a good point. He's not the number one option in the Niners offense. Pre-show, we were meeting about all these things, as y'all know. Before I meet with y'all, I meet with the producers. And somebody asked, I forget who it was, like, hey, Acho, you think the Niners think they need Ayuk? I said, it don't matter what I think. The Niners don't think they need Ayuk. Because in the biggest game of the season, he got 6 targets. In the Super Bowl, he got 6 targets. Deebo Samuel got 10 targets. So it's not about what Emmanuel Acho thinks, James Jones thinks, Dave Helmers thinks. It's not about what you at home think. Do the Niners believe they need Brandon Ayuk? Just look at the targets. I think it's a Bible verse. Where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. There your targets are, there your heart will be also. He got 6 targets. So it's not what I think about Brandon Ayuk. They showed us that they don't think they need him that much. I do believe the Niners need Brandon Ayuk. They're a better football team with Brandon Ayuk than they are without Ayuk. But if you only got 6 targets in the Super Bowl, you clearly don't feel like you need the man that much, James Jones.
And that's why they lost, because he didn't have the targets that he should have had. The Niners need Ayuk more. And you just touched on it. The biggest plays in the Packers-Niners game is when he caught the slant and he caught a shallow cross that Brock Purdy threw at his shoelaces. And he went down there on 3rd down and 7 and scooped that ball off the turf. If he don't make that play, that game is over. Then you make the biggest play in the game in the Detroit Lions where the ball should be picked. You concentration, ball down to the 1-yard line. Every time Purdy needs to make a play and he can't hand it off, he is looking at Brandon Ayuk down the field. That is who he trusts, the best route runner on the football team winning. He gives him the opportunities, and the numbers say that. They need Brandon Ayuk out there if they want to win a Super Bowl. I do not think the Niners win or get back to a Super Bowl if Brandon Ayuk is not on that field this season. Because Deebo Samuels at one point will be banged up again. That's just what history says. 4 seasons, he got 1 healthy season out of 4 seasons. He will be banged up. Who do you go to, a rookie? Because if it's just Kittle and Chris CMC, that's easy to defend. So who do you go to? You need Brandon Ayuk. He's always available. He's a big-time player. He's an all-pro. You need Brandon Ayuk, and you need him for your young quarterback. We talking this $60 million with Brock Purdy. You take Brandon Ayuk away, now he has to do more. Now he may have to hold on to the ball a little bit more as he tries to get some trust in the young rookie Purcell. He has to do that. So they need Brandon Ayuk. If they didn't have Brandon Ayuk last year, they do not go to the Super Bowl, and they do not get back if they don't have him this year.
I think you can read the tea leaves, look at this, and see the Niners are sending signals that they don't think they need Ayuk. I mean, in addition to not targeting him, A, they haven't paid him. Clearly, they had some money to spend. And B, you just mentioned Ricky Pearsall. You draft a tough, contested catch, route running receiver.